Welcome back to Rock Solid Motorsports. Today we're going to introduce to you this beautiful 1982 collector edition Chevrolet Corvette. And this Corvette comes to us a highly original example of these collector editions with just over 38,000 original miles, finished in mostly its original paint. Hood's got some repaint that's been happening, powered by its original 5.7 liter Crossfire injected V8, backed by the automatic transmission, and that fabulous tricolor collector edition interior. And it does have a little bit of age, which is correct for a car at this age. Let's see, 54 years old, 44 years old. But it's not just a good looking example of these collector editions, it's a great driving example. We'll grab the other cameras, we'll go for a test drive. What a beautiful color combination. And it's hot today.
It is. I always loved these interiors. I always thought they were really neat interior in these Corvettes.
So now we're ready for a test drive in that beautiful 1982 Chevrolet Collector's Edition Corvette.
Yeah.
And this comes to us a highly original, unrestored car, showing just over 38,362 miles on the odometer. Fire up that great.
And the body, the frame, I mean, the paint, it all lends itself to that. I mean, that is the actual mileage on this car.
Yeah.
I mean, this car, you can just tell it's been just lovingly maintained. The fiberglass on this car is in excellent condition for the age.
It does have cold AC.
It does.
Yeah, which is very appreciated. I mean, we're outside just for a moment. I'm glistening.
Absolutely.
It's a warm day.
It sure is.
So we do have that AC on. And these collector's edition, they loaded them up and used them as a showcase to show all of the options that you can get.
Absolutely.
So this Corvette's got, you know, a bunch of options with cruise control that works, your dual power mirrors, that the switch must be in the center switch. Both mirrors work left to right, but they don't go up and down. Both your power windows work very well.
They
Your
are very strong.
power door locks.
Power antenna.
Power antenna. Now the radio is the factory
Radio.
Delco, and it is inoperable.
It's got power to it. Just,
Yeah.
I guess the amplifier's blown or something, which is pretty typical on these late C3s.
And you got tilt and telescoping steering, which of course that works just like it should.
Yeah, all your gauges read accurately. Looks like coolant temp's right in the normal range, gas works, oil temp works, pressure just over 40 pounds, and charging over 13 volts. So,
Yeah. And it's handling this curve just like a Corvette should.
Yeah.
You know, the car feels tight.
You have a little bit of wind noise in the cabin.
Bit in the back, yeah. But I mean, it's straight down the road, hands off the wheel. Even with these older tires, it runs very well.
There's a good chance these are the original tires still, but you might want to mothball those.
Yeah, it's hard to say. They're in awfully nice shape to be.
They're awfully nice.
40-some years old, but yeah, I just assume that they are older. But you know, overall, it's a very above average condition collector's edition Corvette.
Absolutely. If you recovered both the driver and the passenger seats, we were talking about it earlier. I mean, this interior would be just very good. I mean, to almost excellent condition for the originality of the age. Your door cards are in very good condition. Actually, the leather on the door parts is excellent on both sides. I mean, it's evident how well cared for this Corvette has been over the years. And just sparingly enjoyed. It's not one that just sat.
Yeah.
Which is great. I mean, that's why this car runs, drives, and does all the things that it does.
You know, and these cars came with power steering, power disc brakes.
Four-wheel power disc brakes.
Four-wheel power disc brakes. Of course,
standard option at 65 on the Corvette.
Corvettes have always had independent rears.
Always.
I don't know about the
53
and 4s. So around the roundabout, it handled the roundabout just like a Corvette should. AC is still blowing cold. I'm starting to dry off a little bit. We're going to let that 5.7 liter breathe a little bit. So there's 60.
Yep, sets you back in the seat just like it should.
Yeah, I mean, it downshifted into passing gear just like it should.
Yeah.
Transmission shifted very well.
It did, right through all the gears. And now we're cruising right about 55, 60 miles an hour. And
so no excuses. I mean, it's a great running, driving example of these collector edition Corvettes.
Absolutely.
You know, so if you're in the market for a great Corvette, whether it be a collector's edition or not, just a great collector's item that, you know, this. And if you like survivors, and it would call this a survivor.
It doesn't get much more original than this car here.
So you definitely want to stay tuned to the walk around inspection and don't miss out on this opportunity.
Absolutely. Stay tuned.
Now that we're done with the test drive portion, we'll get right back into the inspection portion of the video of the 1982 Chevy Collector's Edition Corvette. And this Corvette comes to us a highly original car, like we've mentioned numerous times, and wrapped in most of its original paint, if not all. And it does have, if you're familiar with these cars in this color, and as they age, they get these kind of almost like a spider web defect to them. And that is kind of throughout the paint, but the paint is still well above average for an original paint job. And we'll get right into it.
Yeah, they'd definitely be within like 1 or 2 feet of the car to really
see. Yeah. The driver's side portion of the windshield is very clean, free of any cracks or major chips. Your windshield surrounds in good condition. Coming into, and the fiber or the glass on this car, the entire body is in very good condition.
I would say well above average, because even your body seams that typically telegraph on these unrestored cars, I mean, it just barely is starting to telegraph.
And your decals on the side are actually above average condition. We do have down here a little spot where it's starting to peel, but all your factory pinstriping's in very good condition. Your factory wheels are well above average condition, present very well. No cracks in that fender portion.
And those Goodyear Eagles are old.
They are old. Coming across the driver's side portion of the hood, no cracks, no major defects to note, other than just remember those hairline, like fibrous kind of defects are throughout. But
this the age in the paint.
Yes. And on the front fascia, we do have, looks like maybe the car might have bumped into something. We got some cracking in the paint here and also down here. And then coming to the passenger side again. So I wonder if it was like 2 posts.
Yeah.
But other than that, the urethane bumper is actually in really good shape. Coming across the passenger side of the hood.
It's worth noting that someone actually
removed the center decal, and looks like they might have replaced the stripes. But this portion of the glass body's in very good condition. Same with the passenger side front fender area. And all 4 wheels are very comparable and very good condition, especially for original. Down here at the very bottom corner of this decal, and I think maybe at the top here too. It's a little bit of age, but
both rocker moldings are in very good condition.
Your passenger side portion of the windshield's in very good condition. You do have a minor chip right here.
Windshield surround throughout is very comparable.
And your glass, factory glass mirrored T-tops are in very good condition. Might have some very light scratching present.
These are just tinted. I don't think these are mirrored.
They're just tinted.
Yeah.
And your passenger side glass is in very good condition.
Original soft gray glass.
The mirror's in very good condition.
Actually, everything on this car is in well above average condition.
It is. We do have a minor little chip here in the door, but your decals are well above average. Normally these get all checked up and start peeling.
Kind of like the paint, but
yeah. Then coming into the interior, you do have a well above average interior. The seats show some age, but the rest of it's in very presentable condition.
you can tell that this car was lovingly enjoyed. This isn't one that just sat. I mean, they drove this car, enjoyed it, and tried to keep it as nice as possible. But this leather, if you know anything about these C3s of this generation, this leather just did not hold up. So you do have a little split here. Actually, the foam throughout is in pretty good condition. But yeah, a couple of seams here in the leather seats are just starting to let go. So they could use recovered. But actually, your carpet throughout's in very good condition. Same with your dash is nice and straight. And you don't have any color loss in your dash. Your gauges are all nice and legible. Your factory radio, AC, heater controls. I mean, everything's nice and legible. You do have a little bit of age kind of in that silver piping that goes across the border, and maybe a little staining in the rubber here, but everything except for the seats is in well above average condition. I would still say the seats are at least average condition. But your rear cargo area is in very good condition, and the plastics on like your roof, there are like some scratches. There might be a little crack there, so they are showing some age, but not bad. But you can see the T-tops from the inside out. There's no cracking to them.
So coming back outside, the passenger side rear quarter. Not seeing anything major to know. It might have a couple little stone chips on the leading edge of the wheel well.
Very nitpicky.
Yeah. Wheels in good condition. Your rear glass is in very good condition. Not seeing anything to note. Same way, we do have a light minor scuff right there that might buff out. I don't feel it with my fingernail. Coming across the deck lid area, it's in very good condition. Actually, your Corvette emblem, the collector edition emblem, is in very good condition. Coming across the rear fascia, it's nice and clean. You got a little fading in the black areas where your taillights are, but
the taillight lenses themselves are nice and clear and in very good condition.
I believe that to be the original dealership that sold the car. Coming across the driver's side rear quarter, no breaks in the fiberglass. Not really seeing anything to note other than those little fibrous.
And in the comments, tell me if they were selling Hyundais in 1982, because I'm trying to think of a 1982 model unrelated to the car.
So coming across, your B pillar area is in very good condition. Same with your driver's side glass T-top. Driver's side glass is in good condition. Same with your mirror. And your driver's door might have a couple light little nicks other than the fibrous little
nitpicky stone chips there.
Yeah. So I would say the paint and body is probably between 7 and an 8. The body is in excellent condition.
Yeah, fiberglass throughout is in excellent condition. You could paint this car without doing any body work, or enjoy it as is, because going down the road, no one's going to notice the defects.
The driver's side portion is very comparable to the passenger side.
There is a little bit more staining in the carpet on the driver's side and the armrest on the passenger side, which is typical. The side, of course, is going to see more use. But you do have a little bit of age in the chrome surrounds on the door handle. But your door jambs and your threshold are all in very good condition. Just like the passenger side. Driver's seat showing a little bit more age. You get to have this wear down here in the lower bolster. That wear through there. You got a little wear spot in the leather. Some pretty decent cracking starting up here. All pretty typical. of a car, of a Corvette of this age that's been enjoyed. The carpet, again, in very good condition. Your gauges are all nice and legible. Steering wheel is actually in very good condition. Got a couple nicks in the leather, but nothing major. It's just the columns nice and clean. The nice thing about these 82s is these collector editions were fully optioned with power everything. Well, again, your dash pad's nice and straight. And the rear cargo area on the driver's side, just as clean as the passenger side. Looks like it's been very sparingly used.
So coming back outside, underneath the hood, you see that engine compartment housing that great 5.7 liter Crossfire injected V8. Very original, unmolested engine compartment. We'll fire up this V8, show you some lights working.
Yeah, Crossfire fuel-injected 350 V8 fires up just like it should. No knocking, no kicks, no rear noises of any kind. Burns just like it should. This is going to come out and hold it close to the hood here. We'll come around to the front and show you some lights working. Headlights come together, there's your brights, driver's side turn signal, and your passenger side turn signal. All your headlights go up and through, and they go down together just like this. A nice V8 rumble coming out of the factory exhaust. Down to the back. There's your running lights, brake lights, driver's side turn signal, passenger side turn signal, and reverse lights. All your lights on the Corvette work just as they should.
So if you're in the market for a Survivor Collector's Edition Corvette, or just a Corvette or Classic that you can get in turnkey and enjoy, you definitely want to take a close look at this beautiful 1982 Collector's Edition Corvette. Rock solid Motorsports.